So for today, I have one main goal in mind and a couple little side things that I want to try to take care of on the E46, the BMW that we got for, I don't remember what we got it for. Was it like 300 bucks or something like that? So this car, as many of you have noticed, has pretty much just been sitting here doing nothing. And it's like, we got to do something with it. I got a ton of parts in the trunk that go to it, but I ordered from FCP Euro, not sponsored. I paid full price for all these nuts and bolts. Actually, I want to talk about here. These are exhaust studs and the matching nuts. I should say not bolts. Exhaust studs and nuts. I noticed there's a lot of them missing down here because they put these beautiful, shiny headers on here. I decided we're going to go ahead and keep the headers because it just sounds so damn good. I'm going to attempt to put the studs where there are none. Now, there could be no studs in here because they snapped off in the head. That's most likely what happened, or someone got lazy and just didn't finish the job. That's what I'm hoping for. So with any luck, we'll be able to put the studs in, put the nuts on, seal up those headers, and then the exhaust should sound sick AF. At that point, this car will be almost ready to take down to Mako. I'm gonna get this thing painted a color that's gonna blow your mind. Like I was gonna do this OEM. I was gonna make it look original, but I'm like, I'm tired of making cars look original. I'm tired of sending them down to Mako and having to come back looking like they were supposed to look. I'm bored. I'm so bored. And I hope that you guys are getting bored right along with me, because we're going to do something loud. We're going to do something loud. And assuming we can get this exhaust sealed up, assuming the paint job comes out looking even halfway decent, which I know it will because Mako always takes care of me, maybe we'll put some loud rims and tires on to go with that insane exhaust. Then there's just a few other things I want to take care of. We need to clean the car out. I need to vacuum it. Look, it's still got the thing from Copart in it. You know what I mean? There's still papers in here that need to be cleaned out. Maybe we can see if we can find a driver's seat, because that one is torn. Door cards, the window tint is all messed up, man. I don't know how well you can see that, but right here, do you see how it's all chopped up? New window tint. The back seat's fine, passenger seat fine, driver's seat. Door cards are falling apart. So maybe we can find some door cards, a set of door cards, and a driver's seat, and really try to put this thing back together and make it look stock-ish as far as bumpers and everything go, but with a loud paint job, some loud rims, and that crazy exhaust. So instead of talking, let's jump into this right now. Let's see if we can get this sealed up, because this sounds like absolute crap. So unfortunately, I can't get you guys down in here to actually see, but I found there's a ton of empty places for these studs to go. And the first one already screwed in. So the good news is, and it screwed in all the way. So the good news here is it does not appear that the studs are all broken off. And I mean, we have almost no studs in here at all. So you kind of got to feel with your hands. See, there's one that's got a nut. There's one that's got a nut. There's one that's got a nut. Does that sound weird? Here's one that doesn't. Way down here. Like I said, I can't show you guys this because there's no possible way for you to see it. I am certain we're going to find down in here one that's stripped, or a couple that are broken off in the head, and we're just going to have to do the best we can with it. All right, guys, I'm not going to lie. That was a bear. Hopefully you can see all those nuts and bolts down there, and they go all the way to the back where it's twisted up. A lot of this had to be done with one little quarter turn at a time of a wrench. It's been hours. It's been like 3 hours. As you can see, it's dark now. That took a lot longer than I anticipated, but it's done. Now, I'm gonna move this out of the way so it doesn't fall. I should have all the tools out of there, and I know it's gonna be dark. Just bear with me. Let's fire it up. Ugh. Are you serious? You're kidding me. You're kidding me. I even left a booster pack sitting on this thing. It's got 12 volts. It should be firing up. Come on, let's give it some juice. Sounds like it's not taking it. Hear the booster pack clicking? Interesting. Can we force it? Something's off here. What is going on. I don't know, maybe the cables are a little loose. Oh boy, okay. We'll be back. Well, ladies and gentlemen, it appears my worst fears may be confirmed. I believe, and I know, it's like, okay, if it was running fine until you started messing with it, then obviously you messed something up. It's usually that simple. I'm telling you, there's nothing for me to have messed up. The starter to this thing, which is what seems to be having the problem, either the starter or the connection going from the battery to the starter, something has gone finicky here. The problem is there's nothing on this side anywhere near the exhaust manifold. There's nothing over here. Just two. There's 4 oxygen sensor wires. That's it. It's oxygen sensors only. There's nothing else there. The starter's actually on this side of the engine, underneath the intake. To get to it, you got to take this piece off. Then you got to pull this whole piece right here out. The fuel injector assembly has to come out. This has to come out. This cap has to come off. All of this has to come off. All the coolant has to come out. Intake manifold has to come off. And the starter sits right back there underneath the intake manifold. It looks like it's a whole lot of fun to do. It's not something I have any intention of taking on myself. Although it looks like it's not overly complex to do, it is extremely time-consuming. This may be something I try to consult a mechanic with. I don't have the time to deal with this, man. I don't. This was going so well, and now the exhaust should be right. Like, it should be right. And the car just clicks like a dead battery. Just like a dead battery, except the battery's not dead. I've got 2 jumper packs. I got the jump and carry that'll jump start a diesel. Then I've got the NOCO or Norco or whatever Genius big boy in the trunk. Battery's tightened down, battery's charged. But as you can hear, and it doesn't matter, you can put it over here in neutral, and I'm frustrated. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I really hate to admit defeat, but I guess that's going to have to conclude it for this video. You're going to have to come back and see if we can figure it out. As you can see, I tore everything down the cold air intake. I tore it down so I could get down to the alternator and check to see if we had any loose or corroded wires down there. The starter's buried underneath the intake manifold, and it's a bear to get to, man. That is no joke. But I was able to reach my hand down under the intake, grab the starter wires, and make sure that everything felt like it was tight. Everything feels fine. So I went ahead and reassembled almost everything over here, including the secondary air injection system. I hate check engine lights, so if I can avoid them, I will. So I've plugged in the secondary air injection motor. We have the bypass valve right there in the center of your screen, that gold shiny thing. That is to allow fresh air to be sucked in from the engine compartment and pushed into the exhaust manifold for emissions. But I kind of did something there. I put a piece of a tin can. This is an old EGR bypass trick. Cut a piece of a tin can off and blocked that diverter valve going, I believe that goes into the exhaust chamber. So it's blocked off now. So even though it is all hooked up, it should stop the check engine light, but it won't be pushing any fresh air into the exhaust because we like it to throw flames. And I would like to get on video sometime, it really doing a good flamethrower. So for now, though, it doesn't run. I've contacted FCP Euro. We're going to see if they're interested in maybe doing a little collaboration here for the starter, the associated parts, the intake manifold gasket set, the coolant, all the stuff that's going to be necessary to do this job. And I may see if we can get a new guy to the channel to help out. He is an expert mechanic. I actually took my Ford to him the other day, and he fixed the blend door actuator for free in about 25 minutes versus the 10 hours that Ford said it was going to take. Very cool dude. His name is Marty. OKC Vet, big shout out to you. He's got a YouTube channel he's trying to get going. So maybe I can get him to help us out with this, because God knows I'm going to need it. It's not that I can't do it myself. It's not that I'm scared to do it myself. But the truth of the matter is I've never worked on one of these before. You guys already know, this German stuff, this isn't my cup of tea, man. It's not my thing. I bring this stuff to the channel so you guys can watch. So if he's not able to help, And of course, I'm more than happy to pay him for his time. But if he's not able to help because he is a busy guy and he has a lot of customers, we'll have to jump into this and tackle it, I guess. If I can't find somebody to help out with it. The reason I want somebody to help is to make it go faster. Somebody that already knows what they're doing. They know all the tips and tricks that I don't know. You know, like with the Ford. I was told you had to take the whole dashboard out. A lot of you guys on YouTube are the ones that told me you can do it in like an hour. And somebody like him that's done it a million times, he did it in 25 minutes flat. Done. Start to finish, fixed. And it was missing a screw. The blend door actuator on the passenger side, someone had replaced it with a cheapo part. I used Motorcraft parts. And they didn't put the screw to the back end. He found a screw and he put it back together right. He did it the right way. So if I can get help with something like this, I would prefer to take that, save time, because time is money. God knows I have 1,000,001 things going on every single day, and I really wanted to get this car down to paint. Like, that was the goal. Monday, the video Monday. This video, we were supposed to have it done, shipped off to paint. Now it doesn't run. That's the way it goes. We're going to figure it out, though. I appreciate you guys watching. If you enjoyed the content, please give the video a big thumbs up. Big thanks to Cove again. Be sure to check out the link in the description and the link in the comment section as well. Go get yourself those headphones. I promise you, you're going to love them. They are truly amazing. And I guess with that, stay safe out there, buddy. I'll catch you all very soon in the next one.